Okay, guys, so let's get right to this video. We are talking about ABLE accounts. They're these special accounts that allow SSI people to store up funds to use for disability related expenses. And what's cool about them is that they're transitioning in their purpose. Now, you can save into them up to essentially $100,000. Now, most SSI people who just get a check, they can't really use this because they have to use whatever dollars, $914 doesn't go very far. But those who are doing a little bit of work or have friends or family that contribute to their ABLE accounts, well, that's a different story. So let's talk about that real quick. What is an ABLE account? So I'm going to bring up let me see if I can find a good little definition here. Okay. The Stephen Beck Jr. Achieving a Better Life Experience, ABLE Act, a federal law enacted in December of 2014, authorizes each state to establish a program that offers tax-free savings and investment options to encourage individuals with a disability and their families to save private funds to support health, independence, and quality of life. So think of it as a trust fund for family members, friends to donate to for those on SSI benefits. There was a problem, though. And I'll read to you specifically what it is. You had to be able to prove to create one of these accounts that the person must have been disabled before the age of 26. Now, originally when these came out, the whole idea backing this whole ABLE account where you could save up to $100,000 in it, right, was that essentially, people would make donations. What is the current? Let me see what the current donation level is. Current donation level is $17,000. So friends and family or other people could donate into this ABLE account if you were essentially, disabled before and including 26 years old. Okay. So the problem was that everybody thought this account, this trust system where friends and family would donate into it, was just for friends and family to donate into it. But now they have rules that more so allow an individual who's working on SSI to put funds into it themselves. So what's interesting about this is that the shape of this ABLE account is starting to change. It's changing from friends and family are just going to build this account so that an SSI person throughout their lifetime can have a better life, right? Because those funds can be used for disability related expenses. Not your general upkeep, but they have to be disability related expenses. The point here is, though, they're starting to shift this ABLE account, right, to be available to more people because they want more people to work while on SSI benefits. So here's the big rule change. Here's what they changed. I'll read it to you specifically from the Sarah Bohr book here. An ABLE account is a tax-advantaged account that can be used to save for the qualified disability expenses of the account's beneficiary. Okay, it's a fancy way of saying a disabled person and disability expenses. In general, when determining a person's eligibility for SSI, we exclude from resources up to $100,000 in the person's ABLE account. That's not the rule change. This is the rule change. To be eligible for the ABLE account, a person must have been disabled before a certain age. Section 124 of the Secure 2.0 Act of 2022, so you got to give this one to Biden. This one goes to Biden's team. Changes this age from 26 to 46, effective with tax year 2026. So what's happening is 2026, tax year comes along, right? This is the new rule change that's on the books that's going to really be effective 2026. They're going to move this age from you have to show that your impairment started before, or on that you were 26 years old, right? Now it's going to be in 2026, 46 years old and younger. You have to show that you were disabled 46 years old and younger, which is a good thing. And here's why. I believe people in the future who are going on to SSI will, through online accounts, through YouTube videos, through all kinds of stuff, be able to receive donations into their ABLE accounts when they're older. Now, when you move that age from 26 to 46, the legislature was saying, okay, we feel that SSI people are not getting enough money. Obviously, why would we have these ABLE accounts otherwise? They're also saying we feel that young people, 26 and younger, shouldn't be the only ones who can get a tax benefit, and we should increase the age to 46. Now, think about it. 46 is not a child anymore, but it's not somebody in their 50s. It's not somebody in their 60s. It's somebody who realistically has not reached the highest executive levels of whatever their work could have been. But it doesn't necessarily make sense to cut somebody off to show that they were disabled at 26 years old. It doesn't make sense because we want as many people as we can using this ABLE account. Because if you can't afford things with $914 a month, if they can earn any money and get any money into this special account to pay for the disability expenses, we want that. So this is the first strong step in the right direction for this $100,000 rule for SSI benefits, where they're saying, okay, we no longer think that this rule is just for kids and their parents are throwing money into an account for them so that, going forward, they'll be able to pay for their expenses and have a little bit more of their benefits to pay for their upkeep, right? It's not just about kids anymore. Now they're saying we will allow it up to 46 years old because we want more and more individuals to utilize this. Now, to be honest with you guys, there really should not be any limitation on this age at all. Because think about it. Let's say that you're 55 years old and somebody says, hey, you know what? I want to donate $10,000 to you. Well, you're going to be like, well, great, but it's going to wipe out my SSI benefits. Can't do that. Can't do that. So it doesn't really make sense in its most fundamental. And I mean, I understand why they don't have older individuals, but I really do feel that we should raise this all the way up. And the reason why is we want people to receive gifts from other people and still be on SSI and still be able to use their benefits, because SSI benefits, they don't cover the basics. They just don't. Like most SSI people nowadays, as a result of the inflation over the past 2 years, they have to have a friend and then live in their closet to be able to live. It's a terrible situation and it's only getting worse. So I think that this is in the right direction. I'm really happy to see this $100,000 rule applying to those who are 46 by 2026. I really do think we need to raise that up, because let's call it like it is. This isn't like somebody like, this doesn't happen to all SSI recipients. This is to those who work some or have people that want to donate to them so that they can have a better life down the line. This doesn't happen for everybody. To me, this was a small thing to change, but it was a change in the right direction. All right, guys. Now, bottom line, we're going to be going over in the next video what the president demanded from the Social Security Administration when it comes to SSI benefits. I will catch you at the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Catch me in 5 minutes. The next video will be specifically, you just go to the channel. What are the 5 things that the president demanded from the SSA pertaining to supplemental security income? All right. I will catch you in 5 minutes. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave 5-star reviews. And wow, there you go. Sharon Furman, thank you for the $10 donation. Statement: Walter, my sister was born mentally challenged at 1, so she draws SS from my dad and gets a low SSI. She's now 59. Why doesn't she draw a full SSI payment? Well, to be fair, she should be getting her full, $914 through SSI, and then potential additional attachment of her father's. I'm assuming she's getting DAC benefits, disabled child benefits. So here's the thing. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of phone calls. So Sharon, give me a call on like Tuesday or Thursday-ish, and I'll try and catch up with you. But if you can kind of like collect all the details as to what's going on when you call, it makes it so much easier for me to kind of figure out what's going on. Like, like the sheet from the SSA says you get this much for this much for this much for this, etc. Guys, I will catch you basically at the next video. And it should be up rather shortly, 5 minutes. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.